I'm gonna do like little quick lives because I need to go live more often. Okay, because apparently that can help me get my watch time up, blah blah blah. But anyways, today's topic is gonna be about acne because as you can see, my skin isn't the best and I know it's not the worst, but at the same time, I still got skin issues, right? So tell me why I'm here going back watching my old videos. And I know like when I first started YouTube, it was like 2019, I think, or whatever. But that was like 4 years ago. So I'm watching my old videos and I see like obviously like I'm younger and I'm going through like less stress, even though technically I thought I wasn't, but clearly it's less stress that I'm going through now, right? And I realize as I'm watching the video, I'm like, why does my skin look so smooth? And at first, I thought it was because I was wearing makeup, but then I realized I wasn't wearing makeup. And I'm thinking, like, damn, my skin was just naturally baby smooth in 2019. Like, are you kidding me? But, like, fast forward to now, I'm having, like, all of these, like, issues, right? But back then, it was more so like, I don't know. My skin was just clear back then, right? But now I got like blemishes and dark spots and all this stuff because I don't know, like I didn't really use skincare like back in the day or when I was in high school, blah blah blah. And it was just like I should have used skincare back then because now I know why kids are wearing like sunscreen when they're like 14 years old, right? But now I got all these like blemishes and stuff because these are like old pimples that I popped. Or I didn't even pop them. They're just like dark marks from whenever I would have something and then it basically like forms a little scab or whatever. And clearly I'm still breaking out. Like I got a pimple right here, pimple up here, and then I naturally have like dark circles under my eyes, right? And tell me why I got a pimple like right by my eye. And that's never happened before. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm just like severely stressed out, or some people have said it's like hormonal, or as you get older, you naturally get breakouts and acne like when you get older. I don't know, but I feel like I haven't even seen adults with like severe pimples and stuff because usually you would think that's like during teenage years, like people got pimples and shit. But like, why am I getting this shit now? Like, this is too much work. And I'm dealing with like pimples and like the discoloration, obviously, and that's why I be wishing I was like dark skinned sometimes because dark skinned people, they have like dark under eyes or like they have like this discoloration mustache or like the dark spots and stuff like that. But on dark skin, it does not show up like that. You know, that's what's like annoying sometimes being light skinned, but I'm not even light skinned for real. I'm like brown skin at this point. But like I said, I've been buying all this skincare recently and I'm thinking like, is this even gonna do anything? And like a couple months ago, I used to work in the beauty department, right? At JC Penney. I gotta post that video soon. But I used to work in the beauty department and like they had like all this skincare there, all this like makeup and perfume, whatever, and that shit was like $100 skincare. So I'm thinking like, oh, maybe if I try some of this, it'll work. And turns out, I don't know, I feel like it made me break out more because I tried like the snail mucin or whatever, and that shit, I feel like that broke me out. I don't know if it was like an allergic reaction or what, but that broke me out bad. And then I tried this other skincare stuff like the typical like moisturizers or the exfoliators, the cleansers, blah blah blah. And that stuff would it would kind of make me break out, but then it would kind of like clear up my skin more. So the thing about my skin is like it looks like I got pimples and stuff, but my skin is actually like really smooth and everything. So I'm thinking like, dang, like I just need to get rid of these dark spots. So the other day I went to, where'd I go? I went to Ulta and I bought Good Molecules. I bought their discoloration serum and stuff, and it's in like a little bottle. You just like squeeze some on your face and that's it. And it says use it during mornings and nights, right? And I've been using this skincare. And like me, I be annoyed when I don't see results in like a week, you know, even when I like exercise or do anything consistently. I'm like, where is my results, bro? But turns out, like, of course, like skincare be taking like a really long time. Everybody's skin like works with products differently and all that. But I don't know. I feel like I have been seeing a little bit of clear up because these spots were like really dark before. And I feel like I'm low key just like stressed out right now with everything going on in life. That's why my acne is like flaring up more. And obviously, you know, people say like, "Oh, well just don't wear makeup. Like that'll make it better. You got to like let your skin breathe. You can't just pile on the makeup." But part of me, I feel like makeup doesn't even help for real. Even like those people, I'll see their face is like covered in acne and then they just be piling on the makeup. And I'm thinking like, dang, like that's crazy. And of course you read the comments and everybody's attacking the people. They're like, no, take all that makeup off. You're just clogging your pores. You're not doing like the proper care for your skin. You need to just stop wearing makeup. And the people that are filming the videos, they're like, bro, I know my own skin. You know, like makeup is not gonna make that much big of a deal, right? And I feel like it's kind of the same for me. Like regardless of how much makeup I wear, how often I wear it, it is not gonna make a difference on like how clear my skin ends up being in the end. So that's why I'm like, I don't really care about wearing makeup. Like I'll put some concealer on my dark spots, blah blah blah. And I feel like my dark under eye circles are just genetic at this point because I feel like I've tried so much to get rid of them, but it doesn't work. And people will be like, "Oh, you just need to drink more water. You just need to like sleep more often." And I'm like, "Bro, I tried all that. It didn't work. So now I'm not doing it anymore. Like that's just what it is." But I need some like I don't know if I need skincare recommendations because I feel like that doesn't even matter because what works for somebody else won't work for me necessarily. So that's why I don't even be like asking people like what have you been using or what works for you. At that point I just go to the store, I'll just buy different stuff, try it out for myself just to see if it works or not. And I don't know, it sucks because skincare is so expensive in general too because like why am I paying $18 for a cleanser? You know, like that's just so unnecessary to me. Like I think the only thing actually no, low key I've spent like a lot of money on skincare at this point. I used to try what was I using? I was using Fenty Skin before because Fenty has a skincare line. And in the past, like when she first came out with it, I only had like the cleanser and the toner, I think. The fat water is what it's called. But now I have they have like a dark spot serum and then I have their moisturizer as well. But I'm like, do these things really work? Because I feel like they were kind of expensive, maybe like $45 for like Fenty Skin, right? But then when I use a typical thing, like I used Good Molecules, their under eye serum, and that was only $6. I got it from like the checkout stand at Ulta, and that was $6. And I feel like that's been working way better than the Fenty Skin has, you know. So like that's just the proof that you don't really got to spend a lot of money for your stuff to actually work. You know, so it's like it's hard figuring out what products work for me, but I feel like now I'm actually in the routine where I got like an actual night routine and I'm using like kind of the same products or at least like just doing something for my skin in general because in the past I wouldn't be consistent with it. I would just be putting it on like for 2 nights and then I would forget or whatever. But now I'm at the point where I'm like I need to be wiping my makeup off completely and then actually be doing the same thing every day. So like I know like the order of my products. I make sure I put my under eye cream on, my moisturizer, use the toner every once in a while, then I use the face oil and the eye patches, all this stuff, right? So now I'm in the routine of like actually taking care of my skin because I'm like I'm getting older now and I know I'm going to get wrinkles eventually, but like I can do something to at least like stop a little bit of them. And that's the thing, even when I get older, everybody's like scared of like their sagging skin or their wrinkles and like all this problems like, but I don't really care about that because at the end of the day, if I get to be like 70 years old, then that's worth the wrinkles at that point because that's basically like proof, showing proof that you lived life. So I don't really care about looking good when I'm super old. I do not care because at the end of the day, it's like you got to live for yourself. So even now I'm starting not to be like so concerned about what other people think. But end of the day, I just want my skin to be a little bit clearer, only because like my makeup can go on smoother because once these like the 3D pimples are gone, like because you can't cover stuff that's 3D, and a lot of people make that mistake because they're like, oh, like I can just pile on the makeup and it's gonna hide my pimples, but like no, like your pimples are 3D and that's just the way that skin looks. Like your makeup is not gonna look 100% perfect every time. So I don't know, as long as my skin like feels smooth and I have like some dark spots like fading away, that's all that I care about because I'm only in my 20s. It might get worse, it might get better, I don't even know, depending on like what products I use, blah blah blah. But skincare in general is just like one thing I'm trying to focus on to like better myself or whatever because I'm trying to like do a whole bunch of life changes because I'm about to be in my late 20s at this point. So it's like, might as well start with one thing at a time. But yeah, that was the end of this conversation. I'm trying to make my lives like over 10 minutes or so. Who the hell knows? So if y'all want to go back and watch it, you can go click under the live section on my channel. Bye.